This chapter was filled with so many details, although we have to wait till the whole panels arrive. But from whatever I have seen, we see Kuma's whole backstory, God Valley before rocks happened, Garling in his teenage, how Ivankov and Kuma met as children, and probably Bonnie's mother. The chapter's title is A World Isn't Worth Living In. Chapter starts with Vice Admiral prepare to help Saint Saturn, but Saturn orders them to stand down. Saturn says that he could easily dodge Bonnie's attack if he could have wanted to. Saturn pulls out a sword out of his body and his blood disappears. Saturn attacks Bonnie and Sanji by emitting aura from his eyes. Bonnie and Sanji are knocked in the head and some blood's coming out, but their heads don't explode. Kizaru apologizes to Saturn. He's still on the ground, unable to move. Saturn, your work is unusually slow this time. So there is the conclusion. Luffy versus Kizaru, round 1, ended up in a tie, and now both are down. That's a good conclusion for the fight, because I don't think so if both of them ever get up, they are fighting each other again. It was a good fight to establish that Luffy has that kind of a power to take on an admiral now. It's just that when Luffy gets up, he might just go for the Spider Santa while Kizaru gets handled by someone or something in the next few chapters. But I don't think so Luffy is gonna go behind Kizaru ever again, because there is a bigger threat on the battlefield aside from him. Saturn tries to stomp on Luffy, but Franky extends his arm and saves his captain. Finally, some Franky spotlight. Luffy is still conscious, but he doesn't say anything in this chapter. Vegapunk, Bonnie, Sanji and Franky are unable to move due to Saturn's mysterious power. Vegapunk, if this is not a scientific power, then this must be a devil fruit ability. Saturn grabs Bonnie and squeezes her. Bonnie, you killed my father. We see a little flashback of Kuma telling younger Bonnie about Nika. Kuma makes Nika's drum rhythm sound and they dance together. Kuma, Bonnie, I want to be a hero who liberates people like Nika. Okay, this shit is tearing me up because of the fact that we are reaching the end of it, and it's making more and more obvious that Kuma is running towards Egghead, and somehow it's giving me a vibe that he's gonna die. And this chapter is just the beginning for the emotional breakdown we are gonna go through after a couple of chapters. Back to present, Saturn says Kuma is a part of Buccaneer race, the people who once committed a crime in the past. Buccaneer race seems to have blood of giants. This is a good setup for Elbaf, just saying. Making them unusually strong. A new flashback starts. It took place over 47 years ago in Sorbet Kingdom. Kuma was born in a normal family with his father being a member of Buccaneer race, and his mother was a normal human. The information about Kuma's blood test was leaked to the world government agent at the hospital, so Kuma's entire family was captured and became slaves in Marijua due to their strength. After his mother's death, Kuma's father tells him about the legend of Nika. Kuma's father says it's a legend that has been passed down among Buccaneer race members. Kuma's father makes Nika's drum rhythm sound and starts dancing for Kuma, but he was suddenly shot in the head by a celestial dragon for making too much noise. What the actual These celestial dragons, bruh, I hate them. Like, time and time, Oda is making sure that these people are meant to be hated. Like, these people are evil. They are meant to be hated effortlessly. And in fact, in 1093, we had a guy yelling for his lobster on Akainu and not even giving a damn about Marijua getting invaded. And now this. And it just keeps getting worse and worse as the story progresses. Cut to 38 years ago, Tenryubito MC, I don't know what that means, explains that once every 3 years, the celestial dragons comes down from Marijua and conduct a human hunting game on a non-government island. Celestial Dragon releases problematic slaves on the island and wipes them out along with the native people on the island. After that, the world government claims the island as their own. The island that Celestial Dragons chose for this year was God Valley in the West Blue, the land with many valuable resources that dare to use a word God in its name. The king of God Valley tried to stop them but was killed by Saint Figurlin Garling. I mean, yeah, a friendly reminder, fellas, that It's 38 years ago. It's the same time Rocks invaded God Valley. And like as if he somehow knew this tournament was gonna happen. This year game hasn't started yet, but Garling is the one that Celestial Dragon expects to be the champion. Young Garling was very handsome with half moon hair, no beard. Many Celestial Dragons are swooning over him. Saturn is on God Valley as well. He looks exactly the same that in the present. Saturn receives words that the Buccaneer child slave who escaped was captured. In the last page of the chapter, we see that Kuma is being dragged in the field by other two slaves. This is the part, it's the continuation of the flashback Bonnie saw in chapter 1074. Then suddenly two shadows appear. Yeah, this is exactly where we saw a small Kuma flashback of him yelling, "No, I don't want to go there. These people will kill me," something like that. I'll put the panel. A mysterious person. Hold right there, you guys. You must be the Buccaneer, the star of this. I see what they mean. You're indeed huge. They say the blood of giants runs within you. We can see that the two mysterious shadows are two child slaves, a young Emporio Ivankov and a girl named Ginny. Ivankov looks pretty similar to her adult appearance. No, I have to tell you, I saw the panel. He does not even look close to what he looks like in the adult form. He looks more like Kid Frankie with an afro. Okay, he looks more like a Kid Frankie with an afro. In fact, he got that underpants as well in the panel. Ginny is a short-haired smiling girl that is eating a piece of meat. Ginny, isn't my big bro here huge too? Ivankov, just the face though. Wait, that's not the point here, you dummy. Ivankov talks to Kuma. Ivankov, I chose to live. What about you? End of chapter. Break next week. Fuck off. So this is how they met. And now the only concern I have after this is how did they both meet Dragon? It would be amazing if Dragon was on God Valley when Rocks happened, because Rocks was defeated by Garp and Roger, and Dragon is also speculated to be a marine who left the navy. So it would be cool to see young Dragon hanging out on God Valley as a navy grunt who stumbles upon these both and forms the army suddenly. Also, I somewhat strongly felt that Ginny, the new girl introduced, looks like Bonnie's mother, and she's just like Bonnie, just how Bonnie is portrayed to be, a glutton. She has like a piece of meat, she's eating something. So that was the chapter. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Until then, bye.